Hello, this is an overview of public health and with a focus in on what jobs are in public health. Public health is really the foundation of a thriving community. So when you think about public health, think about a whole system really doing work behind the scenes and focusing in on community health. So this is everything from addressing your quality of education, your safe and affordable housing, your access to health care. And public health really works like a GPS navigation. It looks at everything in your environment where you live, work, and play to create a community that's healthy. So the jobs that I'm going to highlight are really looking at the jobs that are working in the community to create a healthy environment. So one big thing about public health, it's preventing, protecting, and promoting. So protecting the health of the entire population. You'll see that these jobs focus in on preventing problems before they happen, and then they promote healthcare equity and quality and accessibility. So it's relevant to now. This is a picture of a fire happening in Notre Dame in France, and lead is going into the air from the paint. We have to focus in on sexually transmitted diseases and infections. We have to think about emergency response, and you'll see public health is very involved in emergency response. We have to think about infectious disease and also health equity. These are the jobs. In 2020, it was 250,000 jobs. In 2030, those jobs have even increased now. And this is back in 2011 from a report. But you'll see that there's this big shift to really build the workforce before the pandemic happened. And after the pandemic, there's been a huge push to even increase that more. These are the four sectors, and you'll see that when we talk about public health and when I talk about the careers, you'll see that we'll be focusing in on environmental health, health management policy, health sciences or biohealth sciences, and health education and promotion. So these are the four big fields that you will see, and these are the sectors within public health. Now, realize that environmental health has very different job duties than, let's say, health management and policy. And health science has more of a clinical focus and epidemiological focus, right, on diseases and infection, and also preventing those. And health education and promotion is just like it sounds, it promotes and it educates. So what do these public health professions do? They vary based on the type of job. So it could be outreach, it could be connecting someone to resources, it could be policy development, or it could be inspecting a restaurant and looking at the safety of the food. So I'm going to start off with one of the first health sectors is health sciences or biohealth science. And this one's really focusing on infectious disease, pathogens, disease-causing agents, viruses, bacteria. It's really the control of infectious diseases. It focuses on biomedical research, and it also focuses on chronic diseases like cancers, diabetes, genetics. These are the people that are doing the clinical work, maybe working inside of a lab. They also might be doing epidemiological work where they're tracking and looking and watching diseases and doing contact tracing. The skills in this job can vary from math, being really good at math, really good at sciences, chemistry, biology, microbiology. So math and science are at the core of health sciences. So if you're interested in a clinical or doing research, you're really interested in the health sciences. The next one I like to talk about is environmental health. And a lot of times people do not know about this degree or this pathway, but it's really looking at the environment that you're working in or the environment that you're living in. The food inspections, inspecting facilities and industries to make sure that you're not getting exposed to chemicals, or responding to a crisis and emergency response to contain a chemical. Many communities lack access to nutritious and affordable food, are denied safe places to walk and exercise, or live near polluting factories. The health risks for these families are great. This area focuses in on the research and action to really help ensure healthy environments for all. They are boots on the ground looking at your environment, testing, monitoring, inspecting, and all the time looking to reduce exposure to chemicals. And this is one big thing. It's called the Registered Environmental Health Specialist, and we will, if you take a class, Public Health, Introduction to Public Health Professions, this is a class that we look at each one of these professions, and you really should know about the Registered Environmental Health Specialist, whether you take this class or not. This is a class that starts with a bachelor's degree, and then you can go into community health or public health, and it has reciprocity through many different areas in the United States. So this is a really powerful certificate and really boots on the ground, get a job in environmental health science. Fascinating field, something to keep on everybody's radar screen, and often not discussed or talked about in the college setting when it's, wow, look at it. You can go right into it, and it's a great career. The next one is that I'd like to talk about, next sector, is health education and promotion. And this field really is about health educators and community health workers. You also will see peer support specialists falling into this. These are people really working out in the field. They can work in schools, they can work individually with individuals, they can work with law enforcement sometimes. You'll actually see them working with law enforcement. This one's a traffic safety, but you will also see sometimes people working, like peers working with law enforcement to do deflection and connecting people to resources. They will also work on nutrition education. So if you like to teach, if you like to help people, if you like to educate, this is the area that you should consider. And there are different pathways within this career that you can definitely do and get out into the workforce right away, really engaging and working with individuals. And I throw in the car seat one because that's something I did at one point. Car seat safety, really educating people about how to do car seats correctly. So it could go from anywhere from behavioral health to health promotion of a specific safety area. It's a wide range of health education topics. And I highlight this one. This is called the community health worker. This is something that we actually do training here at COCC, and this is an 80-hour training that will get you into the workforce and really connect to the people and really help people where they're at, called a community health worker. We also have a class called peer support specialists, and this is a more behavioral health focus, and this really focuses in on connecting people and walking and supporting people where they're at. This is a 40-hour training, and there's also a class at COCC. So where can you work? You can work in these different 4 sectors in nonprofits, government agencies, school systems, clinics, hospitals. You'll see that each of these 4 sectors that I talked about, really you can work in different areas. One area that I did not talk about is health policy. And health policy, it does across the different areas and different fields, but know that policy work and creating laws is a key area in public health. You can earn your certificate at COCC, but you can also earn something called an Associate Organs Transfer degree, and you can transfer to a public health area, one of the different public health areas at COCC. And there are different transfer options. You'll see that you can transfer to OIT, Oregon State University, Corvallis, Southern Oregon, University of Oregon. And then at the same time as you're working towards your AAOT, and it maybe makes sense to put this one first and then the AAOT second, but the Community Health Certificate actually really is a one-year certificate that builds onto the AAOT, but it really focuses in on creating workforce. So you would earn this certificate and you would have a practicum, and you would really focus in on getting connected out into the public health workforce and start working, and you could continue to start to build and continue to work to a public health transfer degree. But a community health certificate really gives you boots on the ground experience, and also really focuses your classes on community health.